Hello everyone, this is Ashish and welcome back to the podcast that we call Torq and
Fire.
And today again, as always, we are going to have again very interesting topic of discussion. Today we are going to talk about bullying, we are going to talk about body shaming, we are going to talk about the general habit of human beings to insult someone else to just have a little bit of fun. We are going to talk about what kind of impact that can leave. I do not think there's any human being other than the people who are working right now in Bollywood, since they were working in Bollywood, who has never been shamed ever. So everyone has faced that at some point or the other. But some people deal with it in a different manner. Some people deal with it in a different manner. Some can be better, some can be worse. Some can be impacted so badly that they can be affected till they're 60 years old, and some can be dealing with it in such a good manner that they can actually improve because of that. How do you define bullying, Miss Komal?
Yeah, first of all, hello everyone.
That was
a long introduction.
Straight up rant.
Yeah, he didn't give me space to speak. Yeah,
you have to fight for it.
Now I have full space to speak. Yeah, okay. Bullying, Ashish, according to me, it can be verbal, it can be mental, and it can be physical. Like basically, you are insulting something. Insulting someone, demeaning someone, and that can lead to someone like that. If that is physical, so you like that can lead to violence. That can be in violent form, and basically the another person is hurt, and that emotion can go to any level. Like that can go even to suicide. So basically insulting someone in
anxiety, depression.
Yeah. So insulting someone or like physically attacking on them because of some issues they have, like, or something like that.
And definitely we are not being like those soft people who are going to say that never say bad to anyone. We are not like that, but we are going to bring proper examples of what we have seen. She has also seen couple, because people are approaching her also on social media, and people have been approaching me since like 2 years, and I've seen probably the worst. Like one story that I'm going to tell you right now, it left us shocked for like 1 to 2 days. Okay, what can bullying actually?
We were so much concerned that okay, now we have got one case. There may be so many cases out there in the world.
Yeah, it's not like I was bullied that badly. Like I was bullied like any other guy would be bullied.
I think Ashish, everyone gets bullied. At some point of their life, because like it is verbal also. If you are insulting someone, that is also bullying, part of bullying.
Yeah, I think barring the toppers in schools and barring the guitar players in colleges, I think everyone would be bullied at some point or the other.
Yeah.
And I think it is something like sometimes it is not, they say no, swords sometimes do not hurt as much as words, right?
Yeah.
So that might also be an issue. See, for you to get a proper picture of what we are talking about, I'm just going to get into the example that I'm bringing, the most brutal example, as I might say. So I'm going to get straight into it so that you get an idea of how bad bullying can become. Okay, and it's not planned, so I'm going to recapitulate. It is an incident, I think 2 months ago. It came to me, more than that most likely, but I'm going to remember most of it as accurately as I can. So a person, I think aged somewhere around 40 to 50 years. I mean, that person has a son who is right now, how old would he be? 18 to 20. Okay.
In BTech.
About that. Yeah, he is in bachelor. He's not doing BTech, but he is in bachelor's. Okay. He has crossed his 12th examination.
Okay.
So you can think somewhere around like 45 to 55 years old man. Okay. He's the father of that son, and he's having one son and one daughter. Okay, the younger son is the issue that we are going to talk over here. Okay, now let us get to the end point. What is the condition of that boy right now? That boy has been declared as psychotic by most of the doctors that they took
most of the psychiatrists.
That boy has done some of the things that is not correct to be done in society.
Yeah.
All right, tried to take his own life, and worse than that, at some point he even pled that take my life, I cannot do it anymore. All right. And then I started to dig deep. Okay, now this person who actually contacted me, he watched that video of depression that I made, and it is not very regular that I get approached by parents. Okay, a lot of kids approach me ranging from 18 years to 28 years in that domain. Okay, we have the analytics, those are the people who watches our videos the most. right? But this was very rare because parents, why would they listen to me? Because I look like I'm like 20 and they don't even believe that the organizations that I worked in or what experience that I have. So it is very rare that parents actually believe that, okay, this has something to do. Like this kid can actually help my son or my daughter. Okay. So what actually happened is that this person contacted me, and then he directly told me about the end stage, that this is the situation. Actually, he wrote a mail, okay, and Komal also read it. Actually, Komal read it first, and then she said that, okay, this is something that you should take notice. Okay,
and that brought me into tears.
And it was a mail which he gave me, like, you should read it, and I read it immediately. And this was like crazy that this person is at a very good post, having a very good job, very, very educated, and now his son is now in a situation where it is almost like he has to be sent to asylum or something. Okay. So I was shocked that, like, the way I think that everything has to have a cause. It is not like a boy is born like that. Okay. So I started to dig deep. So I told him that, tell me the full story. And he said that, I'll tell you the full story if you never ever mention it to anyone. Okay. That is why I've kept that person completely anonymous, not talking about that person's job, not talking about where he lives or whatever. Okay. Everything is hidden. But I think this case has to be brought. Otherwise, we are doing some injustice to other people who are watching, or this can be avoided for someone else. Okay. So I dig deep, and that person actually knew what happened. Okay. And this was the reason why he came to me. He said that I've already gone to many psychiatrists, and what they did is they directly put my son into some meds. Okay. And it did not help. The psychiatrists, they will take like some charge for an hour session. All right. Like huge charge. Okay. We have seen that they do it on Starbucks also every now and then, you'll see, or telephonic consultancy and all.
Basis, counseling here and there.
And the only reason they that person stopped trusting on the psychiatrist, because they have tried a lot of them, and now the only thing that gives hope is a person like me. Okay. Or it could have been anyone, but I got chosen by that person, and now he's talking. Okay. So started to ask questions. Okay. If you are going to do it, then you have to do it properly. Okay. I called that person because the case was very serious. So, and the person was actually saying that I love my son, and we are ready to do anything to just make our kid happy.
We don't care about his studies or
we don't care about his career or anything.
We just want him to be happy.
Right. So we started talking, and the talk lasted, I started talking somewhere around 5 p.m. That was the time that I gave to that person. I'm going to call it that time. And it lasted somewhere around like 6:10, somewhere like. By the end of it, I was completely shaken. After 10 minutes, we started to get into it, that what actually happened. So that person had an idea, but he was not choosing to look at that. Okay. He was choosing, what can we do now? But unless you go back to what happened, how are you going to deal with that? So we went back, and that person, I said that something happened. What caused this change? Because he was saying that he was not always like this. So I said, what is the point? What is that point when it all started to change? He said that it was somewhere around class 9. All right. And that person actually liked a girl. And I think he went and talked to that girl. And that girl was actually, she put a trap. She put a trap for him. And what actually happened is that when he went, I think, talk about his feeling or something. What she did was she brought some of her guy friends. And all of them made fun of him. Okay.
And of his skin color, that who would date a skinny.
I'll actually tell you what actually the words were. Okay. So see, it's not like they ganged on him and they started beating him. Okay. But this is what they did, is that they just made fun of, what do you think that you are a dark skinned person, you think that you can get a fair skinned girl like this. Okay. This is brutal. Okay. But what can we blame the kids for? They're like in class 9. Okay. How old are they? I think 14, 15. Right. There must be some problem in parenting.
Less than that,
sorry?
Less than that.
I think 14, 13, something like that. All right. So That basically changed everything. Okay, now what that person, the man said is that after that the kid requested him to change the school, because I know what would have happened. Every day he would have gone to the same class. Every day they would have made fun of him. Every day he would have cried himself to sleep. And this would have continued for not 2 days, not 2 months, for 2 years.
2 years. This thing would have been stick to him.
I think the problem was, and I think that man was also repenting on that, is that they should have changed the school. All right. And the guy and the boy actually asked for that. Change the school. At least if you cannot do that, dig deep. Who were those boys and who were those girls? You talk to them properly. You talk to their parents, because you cannot really hold a 14-year-old accountable for their actions completely. Or you talk to teachers. What are they doing? I've been in school. You have been in school. Clearly, teachers do not care. Okay, there are 50 students in every class. They are just paid barely to survive, and they do not care. Most of the time, students and kids and children are just trouble. Right. Okay. Now what happens? Parents do not listen to the kid. The school is nearby. Why do you want to change? All right. They just overlook that fact. And then after class 10 happened, the guy again requested, change the school. And the parents again said that no. You're going to stay in the same school.
Because of posting, no? Because of the
school was nearby. That was the only reason. Or the I do not think we were posting. School was nearby and it was a very good school. So that was the only reason.
Okay.
And that same tormentation continued for 2 more years until that person is completely broken. Okay. At one point, that person was saying that, who am I? I do not know.
No, yeah, exactly.
And not able to
recognize his parents. Yeah.
Right. So I think this is sufficient for me to explain
what bullying is.
How bad bullying can actually get. And nobody is getting beaten up. Okay. Nobody is getting injured physically. But this is what words can do.
Yeah.
See, a kid is still growing up. His mind or her mind is still developing.
Yeah.
And you do not know what can happen. Okay. This is what breeds demons. Okay. A kid 6 years old, something bad happens to that person. He grows on thinking the world works this way. And grows up to do crimes. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. This is something that happened in India.
He would think, no, Ashish, that the world is so unfair to him. World is so bad. Why would he live a life? He hasn't lived his childhood very well. Like only he saw that there are only tormentors there and nobody is his friends, and he's seeing no life. He's seeing no meaning of life. And I feel my heart literally come out for those people, for those children especially, who suffer such type of things, and they are like, nobody is there to like confide them into themselves, right? So
see, one thing I like about India compared to other countries like Western countries is that here we take care of our kids.
Exactly.
Okay, we really do. Parents do worry about their kids properly, but I think that is also changing these days. Father and mother both are working. What is happening to kid? Nobody is actually looking at properly. Okay, so see, these I will give you minor examples that has happened to me also, and that is so common among kids. Okay, name calling, making fun on a daily basis. Like kids are slightly getting introduced to relationships and the opposite gender and all that. And based on that also they are making fun. One who is having a girlfriend or a boyfriend is treated above. One who is fair skinned is treated above. One who is like better in academics is treated better. You have to have some quality. Like either you are in sports or you are good in academics or you are very good looking by the time you are 13, 14, so young. And all of them you do not 100% have control on. Like if your genetics are very good or your parents push you towards sports, then you will be good at sports. If your parents care about your academics very well and you have a natural talent, then you'll be good at academics. And skin, what can we talk about that? You do not have control throughout your life, right? And these are the things like what will kids get the message as? That this is what I'm doomed to be, right? Now, I grew up like that. Not good in academics, not good in sports, and no talent, okay? Average looking kid, okay? And also I was very, very skinny. I was extremely skinny. I'll put a picture over here when I was 18. If you think I'm skinny now, watch that, all right? And before that was when I was a brown belt. You understand what would have happened when I was like just 12 and not completely into martial arts? Do you think how skinny I would be, how weak I would be? I'm just one of the many, all right, one of the 90% who get treated like this, okay? And name calling and all that, like so many kids just gang up and will make fun of other kids just for entertainment.
Yeah.
And can you really blame those kids, because how old are they?
Yeah, exactly. Fault is not theirs also, Ashish. What I see that the major cause is that the schooling actually. The school always lay emphasis on academics, extracurricular activities, sports, and in fact they also lay emphasis on the singing, dancing, everything. But nobody is concerned about the moral education, the social and moral education, which everyone should lay emphasis on, because that's very important. Because then only, like, children from the very beginning age only, they'll start to differentiate between, okay, this is bad, this is wrong, this can hurt someone's sentiment, this can lead to some bad consequences, right? So they don't know actually, they don't know that it can lead to somewhat big, and it can lead to something very scary. It can lead to even taking someone's life also. Yeah, they don't know, because they are children only. The perpetrator and this one, the victims also, they both are children basically.
See, this is very common animal behavior. The weak cub will be picked on by the strong ones. This is something that happens among dogs all the time. A crippled dog will be picked upon by all the other dogs. Okay,
exactly.
So that animal instinct is naturally in us. Okay, but if it is not changed in schools, then we are keeping on breeding animals.
And teachers, I think teachers and parents, they are the most responsible when they are leading this take of parenting, right? So they should be very much concerned about teaching their children about moral education, that you should not hurt someone's sentiment, you should not pass such comments, this is body shaming, this is wrong. Like they should do such education. They should also interact with teachers also, because they are not concerned. Teachers are not connected with parents.
Teachers are saying that why would we do that?
Yeah,
we are not paid enough.
Exactly.
Right? They are busy starting their own tuitions side by side so that they are paid well.
Yeah, actually there is very lack of link also between parents and teacher, Ashish. So that's why, because they are not able to correlate, okay, what is wrong with that student. They don't even bother. Like if someone is very quiet or isolated, someone is seeing something is wrong with that child. So I think no teacher will take a lead that, okay, I should call his parents or her parents, like that.
Or
so
look at the hidden talents among those people. Those who are quiet are most likely the one with some creative talents. You are not going to see an artist being very extrovert among other students, right?
Yeah. So some teachers are, I'm not saying, I think we heard this story of Dolly, no?
Yeah,
Dolly Singh. Yeah, Dolly.
What is her famous name by which?
Dolly only. Like she's a social media influencer. You all must be knowing.
Let us brighten the mood, okay?
Yeah, Dolly, like she's very funny. I just love her. I also met her in a parlor, and I didn't even wave a hand to her. She was completely alone. I don't know why I didn't wave a hand to her. I seriously like her. So basically we were talking about Dolly.
Bulli mosi.
Hanji beta ji kya kar rahe ho?
You must have seen
they
her
are
online.
like the best duo you'll ever see, the Billy Mosi and this Dolly, right? So Shania. Yeah, we just love watching their videos. So basically this Dolly, like she was skinny. She was considered to be skinny, but I love her the way she is. So she was considered to be skinny, and that's what she said, that once she was all dressed up, and when she went to her teacher, so her teacher said that you look so ugly. Like no one would, like, go, just get lost from my eyes, and just don't come here, like that. She passed such derogatory comments on her that she lost her confidence, and already she was very confident because everyone used to make fun of her that you are skinny, you are lean, like that. So that, like, teachers are also responsible somewhere for bringing someone's confidence down.
There has been more than few occasions when
Yeah.
teachers has said some such things. Like here also in the crowd also a lot of people can relate to it. I personally have been called like you're not going to work to anything, or tum bade hoke rickshaw chalaoge, or how can you talk to a under like still growing
You were
kid?
in 10th standard, no?
At that time I was in 9th standard.
9th or 10th.
And
Okay.
somewhere around that time also only, I think in 8th standard or something, my Hindi teacher stood me up in front of class and said that tum to naam duba doge sabka, like that. So I do not think they have the right, but I think they're not learned enough to know how to talk to a kid.
Yeah. They don't know like what impact it can create on children, right? So they are not understanding this thing. I think they all are frustrated in their own life, so that's why they already have this self-esteem and self-confidence, and they are just taking out their frustration on children.
They're not paid enough. They're not respected
they're
enough.
frustrated. Basically frustrated. So this is the case. Yeah.
So if you have to change something, that is where you have to start changing things. Otherwise, see, once a kid has changed, no, it is always possible to change. And I always say that your future is independent of your past. No matter how bad it gets, you want to change at the age of 50, you can do it. But how many people are strong enough to do that? Or it obviously the probability will be lesser. So if you're sending thousands not properly grown kids, out of that one or two will change. What are you doing to the others? Right?
So basically, we should talk about the skinny shaming also. Yeah, we were talking about
that,
Dolly,
like,
right?
we both are 100% experienced in that.
Because I'm also lean and he's also lean. So, okay, what kind of comments have you heard, Ashish, till now?
Haddi.
Okay,
The
haddi.
most common one.
Yeah.
Kuch khata kyun nahi hai?
Okay.
Why don't you eat something?
Okay.
Like कुछ ना कुछ खाया पिया करो और पतले हो गए हो क्या? Have you gotten more skinnier?
Okay.
Things like this.
Okay. One more question, Ashish. Have all these things ever led an impact on you? Like the mental something? Mentally? Have you ever feel
so
like
personally, if I have to say, personally it never bothered me that much because I was always like isolated, never cared much about, but I do know that it impacts people very badly. Okay. So I would tell you and prove it to you why I was never impacted. Okay. So the only problem that I had was I was weak. Okay. Because I got picked around since like I was 8. All right. I was getting into street fights. That's how most of my life until I was like 18. Okay. After which I started paying attention in academics and then I became the topper. Okay. In college. So I was not getting into any fights. After that also, you know, some incidents happened, but that was very big scale incidents. Okay. But when you talk about from 8 to 18, I've gotten into a lot of fights on streets and a lot of times my parents were also involved. But the problem was not, according to me, it was not like I'm skinny. The problem was that I am weak. Okay. That I'm getting beaten down. Okay. So that is why I got into martial arts. If I really cared that I'm skinny, I would have gotten into bodybuilding. No, I would just lifted weights and see, that is a big problem. I'm talking about the boys side. So many skinny kids actually think that I need to grow some muscles and they do not know when to stop, or they are never getting that perfect body that they see on the big screens. And they get into steroids. And that can have very big negative impacts on their body. We all know about that, right? And they are less educated. Their trainers are not educated.
Exactly.
And in the smallest of gyms, no, you are going to... I've been in gyms in every corner. I'll start talking about that. Tamil Nadu, there's a small place. It is called Mahendragiri. There's a place called Kavalkinaru. There's a gym. It costed only 300 rupees per month. You can understand what kind of gym it was. In Jamshedpur, it costed 1500 rupees per month. In second time I went into Jamshedpur, it was a place near the quarters. Okay, it costed 500 rupees per month. Okay, so the worst of gyms to the best of gyms, I've been there. And every place I've found at least one person who's taking steroids. You can look at that person and you can understand. And you know, a very good friend of mine back in ISRO, he had a very good information about like who's taking steroids. And he talked about 100%. Like you can have either of three. Either you can be natural or 2 out of 3. Either natural, ripped and muscular. Okay. If you're all 3 are not possible. You cannot be natural, ripped and muscular all at the same point. If you're all 3, then you are not natural. Okay. So it happens, okay? And most of the time, these skinny kids, I have very close friends who were like 40 kgs up until, and that person was short-heighted also, I think 5'6" or something like that. And that person started lifting weights. And I've seen the transformation in just 1 year, from second year to third year, he just gained up to something like 60 kgs or 65 kgs. He became heavier than me, okay?
Yeah.
And he did not know when to stop, because it is never perfect. He's eating a lot. Okay, he has gained muscle now, but he has gained fat also. All right. Now he's saying that I'm going to try with steroids. I'm like, are you crazy? Do you know what are the negative effects of that?
Yeah.
How it can affect you in long term?
Yeah.
Like for impotence, balding out, acne, or anger in general. So many of them get into domestic abuse or all such things because they cannot control their anger. Okay, it's very common in sports also. So that you can put some person in that direction because you're making fun that you're too skinny. Okay, and naturally I am like super happy, and now you are also, that we are skinny, like we can eat as much as we want.
Right? We don't care anymore. Earlier, Ashish, I even also heard men, till 12th standard, like nobody ever pass such comments on me. Like only schoolmates, like there are different comments which I'll discuss in the later phase of our podcast. But for now, like I was very pampered at my home, and nobody ever passed such comment on me because like it's homely environment, and I think basically the body shaming starts from home only, in most of the cases. But in my case, it was not from home, but the moment I stepped into college, I never listened this thing that you are too lean. But the moment I stepped into college, everyone was up to only this thing. That, oh God, कि तुम कितनी पतली हो यार, तुम खाया करो, कुछ उड़ जाओगी, तुम तो हवा आएगी उड़ जाएगी. और ऐसे करके कि one very bad comment that you look malnourished. And it hurt me so bad. Sometimes
some people said that you have some problem inside your stomach.
Yeah.
Or you have some insect or something that is eating up whatever you're eating.
Stomach worm. You must be having stomach worms. And the malnourished comment, that looks very bad when you say it in Hindi. Yaar, tu kuposhan ka shikar hai kya?
Okay.
So that looks very, very embarrassing and very hurting.
See, fat shaming is also an issue. Okay, and definitely fat people have to also, or obese people, if I may say, they also have to endure a lot. And I personally think, what I've seen so far, that they have tougher time getting into shape. All right, it is much difficult for them because they have to literally starve, which also is not suggested, but that's the route that they choose. All right, but people most of the time overlook that skinny people also have to go through a lot. And see, like I said, it did not bother much because I always had this attitude that I do not care what you say, and I think that this is an attitude that everyone should develop. You do not leave the judgment in someone else's hand. Most likely the person who is telling you that you're obese or you're too skinny, most likely they are not having a perfect body either. Exactly. It's like they watched a lot of Bollywood movies and they saw a lot of perfectly chiseled actors.
The fairy tale bodies.
Yeah, the one that they can only maintain for like 1 week or something before the shoot. And they are the one passing the comment. But that Dolly video that I watched, I personally felt that she is still hurt because of the things.
She's still hurt. She was crying in the video.
Yeah. So if you're overcome, what is still bothering you? I think they care too much. She has become better.
Yeah.
But I think you have also 100%, you do not care anymore, like what people say.
Don't care now, but earlier it used to hurt me a bit. Like basically, actually I was very much into books. Till 12th I was completely a bookworm. But when I started living my life, when I entered DU, so people used to pass these comments on me. I used to feel very bad because of my profession also, the where I wanted to see myself, and then people are making fun of my figure, my body. Like, dude, why are you wearing this? You don't have anything to show. So it feels so bad. It feels so bad when someone passes such comments. And basically when I went to Nagpur in first year, seriously, I used to cry when people, like, I remember one person meeting me for the first time, say hi, like, hi, okay. So he said, like, tum to hawa se ud jaogi. I felt, I just laughed it off at that moment, but it seriously hurt me so bad that, okay, this person is meeting me for the first time and he passed such comment on
Up
me.
to recently also, I think around 7 or 8 months earlier when you were in PG and all.
Yeah, I had this myth that, like, I should eat more, I should, like, eat bananas
No,
and
I
milk.
was saying that people were making fun, like they were saying few things like do something, and those people are like, fat people should not be shamed, skinny people should not be shamed. I think what is logical is that you shame unhealthy people.
Yeah.
It is not always bad, okay? If you're unhealthy and someone says that you should do something about it in a good manner,
in a
also
healthy manner. If
in a
you
good
say
manner.
like, if someone is measuring 90 kgs, that is unhealthy. That range is unhealthy. If someone is measuring 30 kgs or 35 kgs, like according to our age, according to youngsters age, so that is unhealthy. So if you are advising someone on very healthy manner कि यार ये 90 से तुम्हें कुछ बीमारी हो सकती है, like you can be like you can get many diseases because if you are obese, like
coronavirus.
Because
The study showed that in America this was at different places are different results, but in America obese people were getting more of it.
So that's a very healthy advice, and I think no one will get offended when someone will share this advice with you. But the way someone passes such comments, that feels very
this
hurt.
is what I feel.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have a feeling that I'm skinny, okay, or I'm not perfect, I think even if a person says to you in a good manner that you should do something about it, I think it would hurt. I do not know about you, but it was my experience that it would hurt even a little bit, but it would hurt. But even now, I know that in the past 3 months I've lost weight. You have seen me losing weight because gyms are closed.
Yeah.
Okay, but I get some comment that you have gone very skinny in a good manner, but still that would hurt me. Okay, I've learned to deal with it, but I think the reason for that is that more than people saying that, you are saying that to yourself and you're killing yourself more than other people are hurting you.
Yeah.
So that also has to change. Yes, definitely. The reason of this talk is to, number one, change the people who are talking like this. All right.
Exactly.
And the second thing is change yourself if you're getting such comments. Ultimately, that is going to give you benefit in the long term.
Yeah, you know, Ashish, what these all things results into, basically these all bullying also, this body shaming also, someone is fat shaming or skinny shaming,
Color shaming.
This black skinny or like anything like black shaming or something like that. So basically it results into someone's confidence bringing down, like their confidence is lowering, their self-esteem is lowering, so they are unable to participate in any event, so they doubt on themselves. Basically the reason is they are seeking validation from others, right? So they are seeing themselves from the eyes of others, they are not seeing themselves from their eyes.
And this is something also, okay, I'm unhealthy, okay, I'm underweight, that is a problem, okay, that can also cause a lot of problem. For example, let us say I'm 6 feet tall and I'm only weighing 54 kgs.
Yeah.
When I'm 23 years old, that is a problem. I need to work on that.
Yeah.
But that will take a lot of time. Maybe it can take years for me to increase, and the growth will be very slow. I've been there, so I understand. And during that period also, if you're saying those things, that person may be demotivated. Now I know what a lot of people are going to say, because we go through the comments, we understand what kind of arguments we are going to get, and I'm going to treat all of them properly. I do understand that this making fun of someone, 1% or 0.01%, you might create heroes because you made fun of them and now they decided to do something about that, right? We are not worried about them. And there's like, if I play the devil's advocate, then I would say that some of the greatest people or some of the greatest athletes have been bullied during school. George St. Pierre, one of the best mixed martial arts, arguably the best mixed martial arts, mixed martial artist ever. You know, who can be better than him? You know, if you do not know about the record, you go through it. There's no other mixed martial artist who's having better mixed martial arts record than that person. Yeah. That person was bullied throughout. You know, it went so crazy. That is why in the beginning I gave such a drastic example, because a lot of people think that at least in India, bullying is not that bad. You are going to make fun of someone But that person really dealt with it. Some people actually dropped his pants in front of public.
Exactly.
That person turned into the best mixed martial artist of all time. And he shared a story also that later he met that person. That person came to him and he said, sorry man, I did that to you. And what he said is that, why sorry man, you made me who I am. And that person was actually having a very bad time. Okay, these bullies actually is having the maximum amount of frustration within them, and they themselves are not very happy. That is why they decide to take it on someone else. Someone else being miserable actually makes them happy.
Exactly.
And that person says that like it looked like he was having problem, and Josh and Pierre said that, is there some way that I can help you or something like that? Like he's not having any problem, shortage of money or name or fame now. So he said that, see, you created me, okay, and that happened continuously throughout the history, that people who were picked around, some of them tried to do something about it, but then some became like the first example that I gave. And that is actually the majority. That is the problem.
Right? Ashish, I think some other things are there which contributes to it, like people making fun of your other things. Like if you are speaking, then people start making fun of you. People start, if you are in sports, people start making fun of your language, the sports language. So like these small things then start adding up, and one I think then it's burst. Sometime it bursts and it feels like the world has devastated, and the people have a tendency to even commit suicide also.
That is
Other things basically my point is other things can also contribute to it. Like suppose when I was in college, people started taking on me that you look so lean. DU, when I entered DU, so people started taking on me. And I was a very confident person till 12th standard. I used to win this inter-school speech competition. I was very much into this. I had never stage fear. But when people started taking on me, the moment I still remember there was one presentation, right? So when I boarded the stage, right? So what happened? 80 students were there in front of me, and I don't know what happened. I was a little bit shivering. I was not able to communicate properly. I was not able to speak proper English.
It kills your self-confidence.
So it started hurting me at that point, that what people may be okay, should I sit like that, should I stand like that, or how I'm looking from this portion, how I'm looking from this side. So that makes you extra conscious, and that removes every focus from your this presentation part to your self-concerning part, right? So I think the little things lowers your self-esteem, lowers your
it can
morale.
hurt you drastically. Like these bullies, they're never going to attack independently. They're always in teams, okay? And see, like I said, 99% of chances it's going to hurt you. 1% of people actually say that I do not care, or I'm going to keep on fighting like that, or they are going to keep on arguing. But those 99% of the people, you keep on showing them that they are not good enough, or they are bad at this, or this is the problem with them. That is the problem. Who in this world does not have problems?
Exactly.
But now those people have chosen to look at what are their limitations, or what are their weaknesses. Now that is the negative spiral they have gotten into. Now they are performing badly in academics, or they are performing badly amongst people. Some people will never take pictures of themselves, or
they will stop taking their pictures.
They can't make eye contact. They cannot talk to new people.
They will stop going out. They will never participate in any social event and like that. And also the case, like one person, he was a guy, he messaged me on Instagram that he's 5'4" and he's skinny, and people makes fun of him. Earlier he's very good in sports and everything. He does singing and all. He's very much good in academics also like he said that his financial condition is not so good, so his parents are expecting a lot from him, and he knows that he can do it. But he said that my confidence has dropped drastically because like people are making fun of me because I'm skinny, I'm 5'4", and you know that he said that it becomes a problem when you are a guy and you're 5'4". People start making fun of you. People will take on you. So he said that he has started stammering. Whatever he does, like he has lost confidence in everything. Whatever his capabilities are, he is doing less than that. So basically, like, please help me, was saying, please help me, please show me that so that I can increase my confidence. So basically,
hopefully, I think he's watching this podcast right now, most likely.
Yeah.
Even if he's not, we are going to send him a link or something.
Exactly.
Okay. But I would say that go and watch videos of Aaron Marino. You know who's Aaron Marino?
No.
I've shown his video to him. Maybe you do not recognize him properly.
Yeah.
He's the one who created Team Alpha Male is from UFC. Alpha M.
Yeah, that guy?
Yeah, few people actually made fun of him and he replied to him in the most amazing manner possible.
Yeah.
Alright, anyways, that guy is also very, very short.
Yeah.
And in USA where the average height is somewhere around 6 feet and he's somewhere like 5'5" or something like that. Okay. He's very short. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen him standing in front of a 6-foot guy. And he's like almost half his size. Okay.
Yeah.
Not half like coming somewhere like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So now he lived his full life in the perfect way possible. Having a good wife, dated properly,
exactly,
full confidence, and he created a YouTube channel which is on personality development,
exactly,
on being the alpha personality.
Exactly.
How did he do that? Because he did not look at his limitations.
Exactly.
Nothing stopped him from building a brand that he has created today. Still, the guy who must have, a lot of people might have said you midget or something like that, must have been a very dark childhood. But that is what he said. I'd never let that take over the something that I can create. Right. Other than that, everyone is having limitation. People might be saying that I'm skinny. People might be saying that you have crooked teeth, or they might be saying you have dark teeth or dark skin or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Ashish, this reminds me of one movie we watched together, Ujda Chaman.
Oh yeah, that was
like if you haven't seen it,
one of the very few Bollywood movies that I would say that is good.
That was realistic, somewhat realistic, we can say. Like, because girl was not so like basically the one which has completely just landed from a fairy tale like that. Girl was made something like from a normal life,
and on
guy
top
was
of that it had a message. I think that everyone who is having insecurities, I'm having full set of hair, but still when I watched that movie I learned so much.
Exactly.
Right. That is basically, and that is also like guys who are losing hair. They are having like so low of a self-esteem, most of them. And there was another guy in my college also.
So basically, just tell how he handled that situation. Tell them that.
Yeah, so the end part is having the main message that it is.
And we just loved it because of that only.
Yeah, it is all about the confidence. All right. If you're confident, it does not matter if you're short. It does not matter if you're black. Dark. I do not think that it should ever matter your skin color, but a lot of people are insecure because of that, especially in this country. I was insecure about that a long time ago. I will talk about that later. Okay. And to a huge extent, I think Komal has helped me to understand about that recently, and now I don't care at all. A lot of guys who are having like middle tone, what is my tone of skin? I do not know what you'll call beige or something. I do not know. But that
actually, Ashish skin varies according to the region.
So
when he's in Delhi, he's completely fair. So when he's in Tamil Nadu, he's tanned. When he's in mid, so he's of mid of the.
Yeah, so such boys or girls will be just staying away from sunlight throughout their life, so that they do not get dark complexion. That is a real thing. All right. What was my point? I forgot about. Yeah, that movie. No.
Exactly.
So that is what he proved over there. That. Ultimately, he lived throughout his life being made fun of by others. But ultimately, at a point where he just accepted that you can say whatever you want. There's no human being who has not been made fun of.
Exactly.
And this is the confidence. And now what are you going to do? What are you going to do now? And this is the end part of, I think, 8 Miles movie, the movie on Eminem. And you have not watched that movie, so I'll explain. All right. So Eminem was basically scared that he is going to be made fun of, all right?
Exactly.
Because he's a white rapper or because some other guy.
I watched the half movie because everyone was African, no?
African American, right?
Yeah.
It was Detroit in America.
Yeah.
Right. Now, he was afraid. Okay, he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Went away with some other guy. So in a rap battle, this is what you do, right? Insult other person, right? Now there you are having such a history. Obviously, he's afraid that he is going to be made fun of like this, that. So what he did, he went on first and he basically made fun of himself. Yeah. And at the end, he said that, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
That's it. That is where you win the game. Okay. When you stop caring, they cannot hurt you.
Yeah,
see, all of this, okay. Physical bullying also happens, but most of it and most of the suicidal cases that we get, it is because of the mental issues, right?
Exactly.
So the point when you stop caring, nobody can actually hurt you, right?
Exactly. Basically, Ashish, that movie also, Ujuda Chaman, no?
Yeah.
So we all have insecurities. The moment we started seeing ourselves as a beautiful people, because basically in India, beauty is defined by fair. Beauty is defined by who's little bit chubby, right? Beauty is defined, in the middle, like in having 50 kgs, 60 kgs weight, like that, 50 kg in that range. That is considered beautiful. But what I see that everyone is beautiful. Like whenever someone passes whenever someone compliments me that you are beautiful, I always say that you are beautiful who is saying that to me. Beauty. In fact, this is not a saying. I always believe that the beauty lies in your eyes. Yeah. Same with being beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. Everyone is pretty. I don't know. Like,
you would never
why
care.
Everyone make a fuss about like fair skin. Like beautiful are those who are fair skin people.
No, listen to me. No, you would never say that your mother is not beautiful because you love her. No,
exactly.
You love her. It does not matter, right?
How she looks. Yeah.
So if you're going to look for the Bollywood actors and actresses and everyone, then everyone is ugly. Otherwise, if you look at the qualities of a person, then everyone is beautiful.
Honestly speaking, I seriously like the complexion which African people have. And like if you remember, I have told you that I want to get myself tanned once. I want to get photo shoot
because
done.
It shows your features very well, right?
Yeah, because it highlights your features so well. I have made you seen this Naomi Campbell, one Victoria's Secret model. Like she is African, and her features are so highlighted before the show.
Color of the skin just does not matter.
Exactly.
I think
nothing matters in fact.
It all started with, I think there was a problem in America also at some point when there was like Abraham Lincoln was there, and that carried on forward. And in India also, ruled by white people for 200 years, it gave you a feeling that those are the leaders and like that. But now we are all free, right?
Exactly.
So people actually forget, and they are so much into the momentum that they do not understand when they are free, and they are still in that momentum also, only playing like that only.
Yeah.
Right. So now things have changed. You have to start looking that these all things do not matter. Now, here's the thing I want to 100% clear. All right. Make it clear to you guys, because a lot of people might be getting, and there's always a communication gap. All right. And I preach it a lot. I teach people how to have better communication, and whatever you do, there is always a communication gap. That is why people misunderstand other people. And even if you're looking into their eyes and you're expressing your feelings, it might not be 100%, because what's going into my head or what is going into my mind, there might be a difference of what are the words coming out of my mind, out of my mouth. See, I wanted to say something, but I said something else, right? And then you listen to it, and then you again decode that. So there might always be a difference in the thoughts going on in my head and the thoughts going on in your head. So I want to clarify as much as possible. It does not matter your physical features. It does not matter what you cannot change. All right. Your height does not matter. Color of your skin does not matter. If you're too skinny naturally, it does not matter. If you're obese naturally, it does not matter. What you should be doing is that you should be trying the best to be as healthy as possible. Try to get into one sport that keeps you fit. All right. If it is nothing, try running or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Just try to get into shape. And if you're doing your best to get into the best shape, if you're healthy, like
you'll feel good, you'll feel healthy.
I've seen so many, like when I was in college, there was a good football team. Okay. In Northeast, they are big with football. All right. And there are some football players who play very well, but not in perfect shape. Maybe they are having a gut or something, because obviously they are not professional athletes. Okay, so that does not matter. If you are healthy, if you are feeling good, then that's perfect. If you want to like sleep all day, then there's some problem. Okay, get into physical activities and improve that, and that's it. If after that someone is making fun of it, try to develop a skin or an armor that does not care.
Yeah, Ashish, just have a sip of water and I'll take the lead. Yeah. So basically the workout is the one thing which can do wonders to your confidence, that can bring your confidence to another level, right? And another thing, don't see yourself from others' eyes. See yourself from your eye only, because you are beautiful and you are craft of your mom and dad, right? If you are insulting yourself, then you are insulting your mom and dad too. If you are telling yourself that you are ugly, you are also telling your mom and dad too that they are ugly too. So don't do that. The moment when you'll start feeling your worth, the moment when you will start feeling beautiful from inside, the confidence will come automatically. I've seen that my confidence was staggered a bit when I entered into college, but I gained that confidence because I knew that I am good. It's like, apart from looks, just leave looks from inside. I feel that I'm a good person. I can help someone. I see myself a beautiful person from inside, right? So that's what matters. That's what makes you beautiful. And if someone is saying me that, Komal, you are beautiful, I take it as a good compliment. But if someone is saying that, Komal, you are very kind, you are very sweet, that kind of compliment seriously attracts me. So these things also should attract to you also. So then only your confidence will rise. And this is for the person also who also DM me on Instagram, that start feeling your self-worth, start seeing yourself that you exist in this world and you have some identity. No matter how short you are, how tall you are, how lean you are, how fat you are good, you are good looking, irrespective of your looks, right? So you have your existence, so make that worth.
Okay, basically you should not care about what others say. And if 1,000 voices saying that you're not good enough, maybe you should make your own voice a little bit louder. All right, so that counterbalances that. The second one is that next time before you put a comment towards someone's physical features,
unintentionally also,
something you say to someone else that cannot be controlled. A person who is 5'4", and if you tell that person is too short, that person can actually do nothing about that. All right, it is not fair that you say something to that person, and you should take care that you do not say that unintentionally also, because a lot of times these people will smile in front of you and later it hurts them. Okay, because a lot of times these kids or these people, even after they have grown up, it might be an issue for them. Even if they are laughing, a lot of times these people are so pushed away that sometimes they try to make fun of themselves to be known, to be recognized, right? And later they might be feeling the pain when they are alone. Okay, so that's about it.
So I think we have talked a lot about this topic, and we have sent the message which we wanted to spread. And anything which you want to say?
See, whatever your questions are, whatever your comments are, whatever your opinions are,
your experiences, like if you have ever had such type of experience, if you have ever passed such comments. I personally, in my life, I did it for once out of my anger. Not so, like, it was not so straight. It was indirect comment. I apologized also to that person. So if you have also such type of experience, you can comment it down in the comment section.
Your suggestions, your opinions are most welcome. Put it down in the comment section if you are listening to it on Spotify or Google Podcast, because a lot of people are doing that these days. The only way to put your comments is, I think, on YouTube, or if you're listening to it on Anchor, then you can send us a voice message.
Also suggest us some new topics which we
we are thinking on. See, the podcast is weekly, so we are definitely going to keep on doing it. You see, we have done it without fail for 4 times. That means 1 month straight up.
Today I'm not feeling well still. I just chose to do it because that was
regular. And the problems that we have been through. The electricity went out 4 times, I think.
Exactly.
And we just
moment we set and it just went.
Yeah, so you can, and we are thinking of doing the short clips where we are going to discuss your comments, okay, or your opinions, because sometimes they are very fair, okay, and very arguable also. Because
Exactly.
in the last one, I think I said that if a girl slaps you,
Yeah.
you should not slap her back. And then someone wrote in the comment section, what if a girl is black belt and she is
Yeah.
6 feet something, and a boy is 5 foot,
Yeah.
5'6" or something
Yeah.
like that? And that is a very valid point. Actually, it made me remember about something that my karate instructor said. I think it was back in 2011 or something. My karate instructor comes out. It was Sunday morning, somewhere around 7 o'clock. And he said that about a news, okay, that a girl actually stabbed a boy, right? That actually also happened. So what my instructor said is that it's not like if it is a girl, you're not going to do anything. She can actually hurt you. She can take your life also.
Yeah.
So if you feel that you are under danger,
threat, yeah.
then definitely you're supposed to fight. That was like we are joking
Yeah,
most of the time.
self-defense. That then
Forgot to talk about that point, but those are some valid comments
Yeah.
that we are also getting, and we are going to make some videos,
Exactly.
short videos on that also. So feel free
Yeah.
to put your suggestions, opinions. That's about it. You have some
Yeah.
parting words?
Yeah. Bye, and keep smiling. Comment down your opinions. Just good comments we want. Healthy.
Okay.
Bye.
That's about it. Bye. See you next time.
Keep smiling. Bye.
Hello everyone, this is Ashish and welcome back to the podcast that we call Torq and
Fire.
And we are again going to have a